VideoJames, and we're back with a how to use Glaceon. I tried to keep it as Christmas themed as possible for the rest of this week, just because Christmas is still going on today. So I hope all you guys out there are having a very good holiday, very happy Christmas, whatever the heck you celebrate. And I hope you're all getting to spend some time with your families and just having all around fun. But anyway, I decided to do Glaceon just because one of my favorite evolutions is Ice type, so Christmas theme, and it's awesome. Glaceon is one of the best EV sweepers, just because of the immense power of its stats, that it's going to stick around for a while and kill something it's there. So, when we look at its abilities, it's got the best one ever for Hail, and it's not even hidden ability, and it's Snow Cloak. Raises Pokemon's evasion by Hailstorm during one level. Raises Pokemon evasion in Hailstorm by one level. There we go. And then its hidden ability, not exactly that good anymore. I mean, that's not exactly good anymore. I mean, it used to be good, because then if you gave it a leftovers, it could counteract, burn, and heal back at the same time with the leftovers. Go away, little battery. Go free yourself. And then when we look at its weaknesses, we see got a lot of weaknesses. Got hit by fire, fighting, and rock and steel. And we're going to see steel a lot in the new meta with a lot of fairy types being out. But then we also get some good resistances. That we get resistances to ice, and actually that's it. And then we're just normally damaged by stuff like water and grass and electric and all of that. And that's going to be useful for, like, Toxapex saving. That you get a Toxapex on the field and someone tries to hit it with a Thunder. Switch out into the Glaceon. Okay, not that much damage. Come at me. And then, when we look at its moveset, you can tell already it's going to be a special attacker just from looking at its movesets. That it's got, it's got Blizzard, it's got Mirror Coat, it's got Ice Beam, it's got Shadow Ball, and it's got Signal Beam. So, you can tell right away from its just moves that it's going to be a special attacker. And then, when we look at his stats, we see he's got pretty good in the defense, amazing in the special attack, not that great in the attack and the HP and the speed, but overall, he's gonna stay around a while. And unfortunately, he did get a loss of a few moves. That he lost Avalanche, he lost Iron Tail, and he lost Signal Beam. That those were some of the best moves on a Glaceon, and now you gotta bring them over from a different game. Which, I mean, I guess is kind of better, because Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were better for training anyway. But then when we hop into Showdown, the first Glaceon set we got is basically just overall outspeed sweeper, that with the Choice Scarf, we're going to be hitting around 370, 380 speeds. And then he's just basically meant to just hit, that he has no moves except for hitting moves. That he's got Blizzard, he's got Shadow Ball, and he's got Signal Beam. And I personally just put Water Pulse on for the sake of, okay, you have a fire type, but then I got this water move on an ice type that may outspeed and also has a chance to confuse. And confusion did get lowered in the new games, that with confusion being reduced to 50% of the time instead of, or not 50%, being reduced to 1/3 of the time instead of 50%, that confusion's not really going to happen that easy, that you're going to need a guaranteed confusion move in order for it to actually go off. And then you just max invest in the special attack and the speed, give him a timid nature, and you're basically set with that Glaceon. That with the Snow Cloak ability, if you send him out in Hail, he's basically going to be a very hard Pokemon to hit. It'd be like hitting a white rabbit in snow with a gun. And then with the next set we got, it's basically just a Hail setup instead of a Hail taker. That with this set, you're trying to get a Hail out so that you can get the evasion, and you give him a Focus Sash just so he can survive the hit while he's setting up. Next turn, go for a Protect, and then hopefully they'll miss you next turn so you can just wall out from there. And then with this one, basically the same stats, except that you gotta switch the nature so it's Modest instead of Timid. And again, give him the Snow Cloak ability, because Ice Body, not exactly something you want. Ice Body's kinda out the window. And then with the final Glaceon set we have, this is basically just a setup Glaceon, that you want to max out everything you possibly can. And with Avalanche being gone, we don't really have much of a avenue for that we don't really have much we can do for him. I mean, we can give him Ice Shard, that way he gets the priority, but Ice Shard does have only 40 base power, so it's not exactly that reliable. But with this set, basically just stall for setup. That you have Curse, you've got Rest, you got Ice Shard, and you got Baton Pass. And again, with this Glaceon, you want to send him into the Hail instead of rather trying to set up Hail with him. And then you just give him the leftovers, because that way he can just take back the health he needs. And I honestly don't think leftovers and rest is a good idea. I always liked leftovers and rest and Chesto, because the Resto-Chesto combo was a lot better, which is why Wish could be something you'd want to substitute in for rest. But then when we go into the stats, no, stop changing you. No one ever said you could change. Alright, so when we go into the stats, this one is basically like how you would train a defensive. That you beef out the HP, beef out the special defense, and then just give him a careful nature. That way you're not really going to be able to get hit with a special move and get taken down. And then with Curse raising your defense, then you're just hitting insane amounts of defense right off the bat. That half of 256, that's actually somewhere in the 370s, so you'll be amazing once you get a Curse off. And then I gave him Baton Pass just because Baton Pass is one of those moves that is awesome. Like, if you've seen, I forget what his name, but I think his name was AF Blaze. He made an Oricorio and Ribombee team, and the Ribombee had Baton Pass, and because of its dancing moves, not only was the Oricorio getting the dance, but it was also passing the stats down onto a Primarina and basically just sweeping. It was amazing. And that's basically the idea of Baton Pass, is you want to give your own Pokemon an edge to where once they get in, they'll just completely wreck while saving your Pokemon at the same time. But anyway, that was how to use Glaceon. Again, hopefully you guys are having a good Christmas out there. I definitely know I had one. Mine's not over yet. Mine's still going. But hopefully you guys have a happy holiday. Hopefully you all get to see all your family. And if you don't have any family to go to, then my happy thoughts are to you. That I'm giving you happy thoughts, hoping you have a good holiday. But anyway, if you guys like this video, go ahead and slap the like button, and I will see you guys later.